Oi, what you doing here?
Get out of the way. I need to inspect this area.
Be careful. They say stepping in the ashes brings bad luck.
Get us out of here, will you?
You came here on your own. You can get back on your own.
This place is crawling with drowners. I mean, we'd have stayed in our tents on our arses if we'd known. We're safe in the circle, but 3 feet outside, and who knows what would happen.
All right, we'll go back together, but let me look around first. Apparently, it's bad luck to tread on the ashes. Who cares enough to bring all these things here? Who cares enough to bring all these things here?
The visionary's a right bastard leaving us here.
Nothing interesting. Strange aura. Who cares enough to bring all these things here? Strange aura. Let's take a closer look. An unnatural stillness typical of intersections and places where people seem to be staying away from the wheel. They're afraid. All the gifts are at a safe distance from it, except for one person with Kedweni Army issue boots. Glad to know I'm not the only one to desecrate this site. Animal tracks. Dogs, wolves, bears, even birds. You'd think this was a feeding ground, but they all fear the circle, except for cats. Their tracks are everywhere. One even napped on the pedestal. Triss once told me cats like to sleep on intersections, and they're the only beasts apart from dragons who can draw the power. They clearly like this place. Sabrina was nailed to this wheel. Something protected the wheel from the flames. It's hardly scorched. Fresh holes and splinters. Someone's pulled nails from the wheel recently. I better take one, just in case. Sabrina. Candles, amulets, coins. People make offerings here like they would at a shrine. Candles. The stench is worse than Zoltan's boots. Nothing unusual about them otherwise. Square coins adorned with a fish. I guess the plotters like to come here. Let's see. Carved from a solid piece of stone. Reusable, you could say. I need to bring the king here. I need to reenact the execution. If I can only summon Sabrina's ghost, I could force her to lift the curse. The Draugrs and the mist will remain, but at least the king will be safe. I need to know what happened here. Witnesses of the execution, they're the key. If I can just find out how Sabrina died, I should be able to free Henselt of the curse. 2 leads. Sabrina's cultists and the nail thief who's obviously immune to the aura of this place. Time to question some soldiers.
You've looked and touched your fill.
Did you light those candles?
We did.
What's it to you?
From what I've seen, it's not safe here.
The beasts are too scared to come near the circle.
Maybe, but you gotta leave the circle to return to camp.
Help us get back!
If you all know this area is infested with monsters, why the hell did you come here?
On a kind of pilgrimage to visit the Circle.
Feel their eyes on you. They're watching us. We won't get out alive, superstitious idiots that we are.
Don't you believe the visionary? You don't have to. But it was worth a try, right?
Old idiot. It's his fault we ended up here.
Who is this visionary?
He's behind all this. He talks of miracles in the Circle.
I believe him. Know why? He lives deep in the valleys, but something protects him from all those harpies.
Did you see them burn the sorceress?
3 years ago. We both served under Henselt then, but only the 5th Company guarded the stake.
They say the king never wanted to make a spectacle. Some soldiers never come here, but others visit the Circle to check the remains.
You're just like them. To you, it's only a superstition to make money from. You're looking for old nails in the ashes.
Like that shitbag who trades outside the inn.
You're mistaking me for someone else.
Really? Then give us the nail.
Here, take it.
Really? Ta!
How did you manage to avoid the drowners on your way here?
The visionary was with us. He led us through, then left.
I don't like this place.
Thought you'd want to stay the night here.
I know at least a few places I'd rather sleep. Come on.
Beats me why they've been fighting over these hellholes for generations.
I get goosebumps every time I go outside the palisade.
Guess Vic was right. We should have sat on our arses.
You'll be whistling a different tune when the mist lifts and we attack Bergen.
The visionary's a right bastard leaving...
Wonder how many more will turn up. Drowner lairs. Not the best spots for picnics.
Curses on him! If it wasn't for you, they'd have eaten us.
We owe you our lives, Witcher. We can't let Zivik catch us.
Don't shit your pants. Sabrina saved us from the monsters. So what's one little Zivik to her? Close the distance. Everything all right, Geralt?
Fen, keep dropping your guard like that and they'll beat your kisses up. Who do we have here?
Someone who's worried about your close combat skills.
We practice a few hours every day.
And here I thought practice makes perfect.
Really? Care to show us your skill then? White-haired one.
What are the rules?
Spare our gentlemen's bits for the ladies. Other than that, so.
Why not?
I'll try. See if you're...
Let's see what my friend...
Make some room.
Move it! Dodge! Dodge! Wake up! Close the distance! Keep your guard up.
Got a feeling Fen won't remember much of that. With a few more surprises up.
Why not?
Take me on. I fancy learning a few witches' tricks.
Let's see what my friend...
Make some room!
your guard up. That's more like it.
Ha! He's still young. He'll with a few more surprises.
Why not? Who's willing?
Run out of monsters to slay? Why are you fighting my men?
Just checking to see if you've taught them.
And?
I'm amazed they're still standing.
You lackeys. Letting yourselves get thrown around like hay bales. Maybe you want to give me a try.
Show me what you got, my striped friend.
What are you staring at?
You win. Feels like I've been kicked by a mare.
Pleasure getting a few slugs in the mug from you, Witcher. We're always in. You deserve a
I don't need a reward.
It's no reward, just a sign of gratitude. May it serve you.
Not so fast, Witcher. You'll take me on now. You snitch.
So be it.
What the bloody hell's all this about?
We're just practicing.
Want practice? I'll have you cleaning the canteen with your bare arses. How's that for practice? Back to the camp!
Aye, sir. That doesn't end this. Stop looking for square coins. You've little to gain, and you just might lose your head over it.
So long.
Want to practice?
When
His mother comes and tells him the elder and the recruiter are come. Greetings.
Hello. Damn it. Trouble. Salutations. In the face of possible disaster, they tried to draft entire villages in Baywood.
Greetings, Geralt.
Greetings, Vess. What news from the Blue Stripes?
They're keeping their eyes open, as always.
Henselt thinks he'll take Vergen easily.
A regular army will always win against a popular uprising. I know this, Henselt knows it. I don't understand why Saskia doesn't.
Maybe she'd rather die than surrender. Or she has a surprise in store for Henselt.
Possibly. Henselt keeps the precise plans of his campaign a secret.
Why haven't you set up in the Kedweni camp? Information becomes more available the closer you get to the source.
Henselt doesn't trust us, and I don't blame him. If not for this damn fog, we'd have moved even further south.
Half the serfs knew beforehand and fled into the woods, but... The Count says these are pansies, not soldiers. But we'll have to make do with them. We'll put them out front, let the cavalry run them over. Maybe it'll lose some
Here
of
to
them.
spot.
Who and I?
For Henselt.
It just so happens we have...
In that case...
I was wondering...
The blue stripes.
You're not about to tell me, are you?
I've got my...
Full test.
Precise.
So, the battle was on. Terrible losses on the left flank. They almost broke our ranks. Their swords dropped their pikes and ran to the archers' corpses.
Did they start looting?
Listen, they picked up the bows and shot at the
still.
enemy. I tell you,
Life can be really simple. I fought in Nilfgaard.
Thought it was here yesterday.
What do you want, Witcher?
The soldiers you were looking for, they got held up for a while at Sabrina's circle.
Oh, the idiots! To be duped by witchcraft and superstitions. I'll put them to scrubbing the latrines indefinitely. But I thank you for bringing them back. Your reward, as promised.
So long.
The enemy have fed you their puppet.
But what if she's truly...
What do you want?
There's a soldier by the inn selling scraps from Sabrina's execution site.
I know. The damned quartermaster. This business of his muddles the minds of the soldiers. Suddenly, everyone believes a splinter in your pocket will protect you in battle. Half-wits.
After what happened here 3 years ago, it's no surprise they're terrified.
I'll tell you one thing, Witcher. In combat, I can count on my shield, my armor, and my... Many of those boys will die in Bergen, even with their pocket. I want them to be afraid. If they're dumb and put their trust in rusty nails and ashes...
Did you participate in the battle?
I did.
The spirits of those who died in battle are now in combat on that field. They kill each other and change into nasty creatures called draugrs. I want to help them, but I have to know what happened.
Oh, the plague. Listen, then. The fighting started in the afternoon. The Dun Banner was first to attack. We were ambushed, cut off from our main unit and devastated. Bloody scouts in Sabrina Glevisic, who was supposed to mind the battlefield. By then, the battle was in full swing. Wherever you see those damned furrows, people fought there. The Edirnian lines faltered a few times, but we couldn't crush them because of Selkirk. Yes, we had the Visitor. They had Selkirk of Gullet, the invincible White Knight, Edirn's finest swordsman. Wherever our forces gained the upper hand, he'd appear and reverse the fighting's course. Then, Vandegrift himself went into battle. He met Selkirk in the middle of the melee. It was a battle of titans. In the end, the Visitor hacked Selkirk and sliced the White Knight from his head to his balls. Then, death fell from the heavens. Lumps of burning soil flew through the air. The whole valley was on fire. Damned magic of a damned witch. I owe my life to Priest Crest, our chaplain. He led me out of the battle and went back for the others. He had a medallion that protected him against fire. He led everyone out, including the Edirnians. But the flames got him in the end.
What happened before the battle?
We forded the Pontar on the third day after the autumn equinox. The Edirnians were waiting for us, formed up in a long line at the foot of those hills. I remember the banners of Vengerberg, Aldersburg, Gullet. Knights, armored infantry, peasants, the Bergen Dwarf Regiment. All save the king. They numbered more than 5,000. General Vandegrift, commander of the Kedwennies, had less than 4,000. including the elite Bearheads, armored troops from Ard Caraig, and the famous White Foxes of the North. And ourselves, the Dun Banner, veterans of Brenner, hated by the Aedirnians more than the plague. But above all, we had Vandegrift the Visit.
You mentioned the priest.
A really good man. He was with us the whole time, during the march, in the barracks, and in battle, among common soldiers. Freya gave him a medallion to protect him from fire. I don't know how true that is, but he led me and many others to safety.
Who has this medallion?
King Henselt. I saw it once. I don't know how he got hold of it, but he definitely had it.
Were you at Brenna?
Ah, yes. Cut down more Black Ones there than anywhere else. The Redanians were in disarray on the left when we joined the battle. Same with the Temerian regiments in the middle. We arrived just in time. Menno Cohorn commanded the Nilfgaardians. He was some leader. Even we feared him like fire. But somehow we prevailed.
What happened to him afterwards?
He refused to flee, died like many others. Though no one knows who did it, and no one ever found his corpse.
Were you at Brenna?
Ah, Menno.
What happened?
He
Do I have this right? You served in the Dun Banner.
did indeed. Henselt's never commanded a fiercer group of warriors, and he never will. If not for us, there'd have been no victory for the North at Brenner. We carried the day.
I didn't see the Dun Banner in the camp.
And you won't. The unit's no more. Ensign Eckhart Hennessy carried the standard into battle for the last time 3 years ago.
Glevisig's magic?
Worse, the Aedirnian troops, the bastards. The Dun Banner, the pride of Kedwen, lost its standard and almost all its men. The Visitor refused to send us reinforcements when we were cut off. The Dun must prevail. It's been in worse shite than this. The Dun will be all right. 7 Aedirnians to each one of us. We had no fucking hope. 200 men went into battle and less than 70 came back. But that's not all. Only a few survived to this day. The boys couldn't handle it. Suicide, firewater, fistek. A few became highwaymen. They ended up on the gallows or in ditches. Memories can also kill you, and soldiers don't always deal with them well.
I have to find that standard.
I heard it lies in the catacombs neath Bergen, alongside my mates. Hey, if you're thinking of going there, I ought to give you my beaver skin cap. That's its rightful place.
Did you see the duel between Seltkirk and Vandegrift?
From a distance. At the time, I was on that hill, and they were somewhere over there. The field used to be as flat as a table. It was their second duel. Earlier, in peacetime, they'd met at a tournament in Ard Caraig. Seltkirk won then. Vandegrift's sword cracked, and the Visitor had to yield. After the tournament, he had a new sword forged by Kedwen's best mages and swordsmiths. That's how...
I think that means hatred in the Elder.
They say a sorcerer cast a spell on the sword and told Vandegrift the...
Who has Vandegrift's sword now?
When the Sea of Flames died out, the looter, they found Seltkirk's chainmail, which survived somehow. Maybe it was magical too. Vandegrift's sword went missing.
Who's got Seltkirk's chainmail?
A certain Vincent Trott. Low nobility.
Where can I find him?
That's a problem. Deathmold wanted him arrested after they found a square coin on it. Those coins are their sign. Anyway, Vincent's a swashbuckler. He thrashed Deathmold's people and disappeared. Though...
Thanks, Civic. Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Wish I could have, but only the 5th Company was sent there. What she did to the boys. Believe me, I've seen a lot of monstrosities in my life. Also, I once saw a soldier, but 3 years ago, people melted like lead. Something you can't forget.
I heard there's a man living outside the camp known as the Visionary. Ever met him?
The soldiers talk about him, but I've never seen him. If I ever do, he'll regret that he fooled my people with all those...
So long.
Slaughtering squirrels again. Surprised! They have a hand in every rebellion, every evil cause.
The peddler said this nail was the closest to her right hand.
You fool! You'd believe him if he told you it was Sabrina's shin bone. He ripped you off.
Tankard 2, Tankard 3, Tankard 4. If you're feeling badly woozy, barf your guts upon the
All you'll
floor.
have is the tin pan on that empty head of yours.
5, Tankard 6, Tankard, you look like a ghoul. Don't fall neath the table, tear your arse to the stool. 10 Tankards onwards and you're... Dogs light down, he's bloody loud.
Read it.
Suit up, fall in, attack and get well plowed. One Tankard 2, Tankard 3, Tankard 4. If you're feeling badly woozy, barf your guts upon the floor. 5 Tankard 6, Tankard, you look like a ghoul. Don't fall neath the table, tear your arse to the stool. 10 Tankards onwards and your guts are like a stone. Can't even see your prick, it's time to head for home. The cock calls at dawn's
I'll
light
kick
down.
your arse.
He's bloody loud. Suit up, fall in, attack and get well plowed.
Take care.
If you're feeling badly woozy, barf your guts upon the floor. 5 Tankard 6 Tankards, you look like a ghoul.
You hear?
Don't fall neath the table, tie your
If
ass
you
to your
done
stool.
On full test of
10
Canary.
Tankards onwards and your
Hush.
guts are like a
Not so
stone.
loud.
Can't even see your
Consent
prick.
can be
It's
touchy.
time to head for home.
Let's keep quiet about that.
The cock calls at dawn's light. Damn, he's bloody loud. Shut
Get a
up,
hold
fall
of
in,
yourselves.
attack, and get well plowed. One Tankard 2, Tankard 3, Tankard 4.
How did you wind up here? Onwards and your guts are like a stone. Can't even see your prick. It's time to head for home. The cock calls at dawn's light. Damn, he's bloody loud. Suit up, fall in, attack and get well plowed.
Damn it, this is a brothel, not a military camp.
1 Tankard 2, Tankard 3, Tankards 4. If you're feeling badly woozy, barf your guts upon the floor. 5 Tankard 6, Tankard, you look like a ghoul. Don't fall neath the table, tear your arse to the stool. 10 Tankards onwards and your guts are like a stone. Can't even see your prick, it's time to head for home. The cock calls at dawn's light. Damn, he's bloody loud. Suit up, fall in, attack and get well plowed.
I'm done with this cursed place. Bloody comet.
As long as they pay us, I'll sit it out.
I'll kick your arse. I'll
Tournaments.
I'm interested in the rot.
The scum has... Since the mist appeared, the lads from the company have collected it.
Still looking for coins.
Tournaments.
All right.
The king will be pleased.
I'll try.
Duels take place from...
What else am I to do? This mist's driving.
Tournament.
Can we...
Duels take place from noon to dusk.
I'm done with this cursed place. The bloody comet, square coin.
Tournament.
Can we start?
Ready?
I am in.
Let's begin. Witcher Geralt of Rivia will now fight the Honourable Gwydion. Witcher Geralt wins! You won. Let me know.
All right.
Tournament.
Can we continue?
Ready?
I am indeed.
Let's begin. The Witcher will now take on the Honourable Rendag. I surrender! Witcher Geralt wins! You won.
All right.
Tournaments. Ready?
I am in.
Let's... Geralt of Rivia will not... Sporran!
I yield!
Witcher Geralt wins!
Is there not a single fucking soul in Kedwin able to beat the Witcher? Dung-filled cowards, all of you!
Apparently not in Kedwin. But in Temeria, perhaps. I'll give it a shot.
That could be interesting. If you win, I'll double the reward.
The Witcher's challenger this time will be Vess, a maiden serving in an elite unit of the Temerian army.
I surrender!
A few more like him and I could conquer half the world. Give him the prize! He's earned it!
The king wanted a spectacle and he got it. A shame the result was so predictable.
Witches are not invincible.
Seems this one is. But you were brave nonetheless.
She fought harder than all the Kedweni soldiers combined.
You're very kind.
Wasn't so kind in the arena.
He took me seriously.
That's true.
Thanks for not giving me a handicap. I'm going back to my camp. Visit me if you want.
Women, here's your praise. I need to get back to my business.
Thanks.
Tournament.
I'm interested.
The scum. Since the mist appeared, the lads from the tournaments.
I've had enough tournament fighting.
I'm content we could see you in act.
Your tournament?
Aye, you could say so. I know now.
I'm done with this cursed place. The bloody comet, square coins, and that barking fog.
As long as they pay us, I'd say no.
Not another fucking stone.
Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaarders a few years back.
Tells him the elves.
Greetings. Greetings.
My heart rejoiced to see
I see you prefer the company of Vernon and his men.
the soldier in Hensel's camp looks at me like I'm a lump of rock.
Do you think they suspect you?
Who the fuck knows what? You know what? I regret I'm not a spy. I feel like the last bloody cunt here.
You've been around.
Just that Hensel is shitting himself for fear that it's, for me, the assassin's hiding out in the ravines. Anyway, I've been wondering, why the fuck do you care so much?
Letho knows a lot about me. There are certain things probably only he can explain.
But is it worth sticking?
It is to me.
What will you do when you find...
We'll see when I talk to him, when I learn the truth. All rested after the boat trip?
Don't remind me of that.
You could have traveled.
If I'd known it before days of rocking, I would have. And if they told me I'd be eating dried and salted cod 3 times...
You're spending all your time in Roach's camp.
Chums, that's a bit rich. But he doesn't piss me off as much as he used to. Either he's changed or I've grown accustomed.
Maybe both.
Maybe. Besides, the camp has loads of other attractions. His men cheat me at cards, and there's a tit or two to hang the gaze upon.
If that's what you're after, there's a regular whorehouse.
How can you compare a whore's tits to Vessi's? I could...
He was slaughtering pigs at the time, so he takes a pig's eye and puts it.
Hello. Damn it. Salutations.
I wanted to thank you. That was a great fight.
The only great fights are those I win.
It's no dishonor to lose to a mutant created for swordsmanship.
If it wasn't a tournament but a battle, we wouldn't be speaking now.
You were better than all the knights of Ketwin put together.
You're very kind.
I'm sincere.
A rare trait. Perhaps I should take advantage of this opportunity.
Since we're being honest, I'd like to have some wine with you.
With pleasure.
I wasn't expecting you to agree. This was your chance to get back at me.
I have no need. In truth, I'm grateful to you.
Interesting.
I was sure you'd go easy on me. Then I'd have told you to bugger off. But since you took me seriously, I have some Toussaint wine in my tent. Could I tempt you?
Lead the way. I learned more about you from that duel than from all our conversations put together.
I'm curious. According to Geralt of Rivia, what is Vess like?
She's ambitious, honorable, and beautiful.
In that order?
What if I say the reverse?
If you think I don't like to hear compliments about my beauty, you're very wrong. I'm a soldier, and it pisses me off when I'm viewed as a pair of tits atop an arse. But I'm also a woman, and like every woman, I have my needs.
In that case, let's drink to your needs.
I fulfill my needs differently.
Then what do you want to drink to?
To us?
I didn't know there was an us.
Better to live a day as a king than a life as a beggar. First we'll drink the wine, then we'll go to bed.
Can we do it the other way around?
In the face of possible disaster, they tried to... Half the serfs knew beforehand and fled into the woods, but the rest were pressed into service. The count says these are pansies, not soldiers. But we'll have...
We've lost the assassin's trail.
The trail led us here. If it goes no further, the assassins must be in the vicinity. I see two possibilities. Either Henselt hired them, or he's their next target.
We'll find out soon enough. Could Henselt himself be behind the assassinations?
You don't think it's possible? Consider the Pontar Valley. Temeria, Kedwin, and Edirn have been disputing it for generations. Only now, Temeria and Edirn are kingless.
True. Henselt might profit from the deaths of Foltest and Demavend, but covert assassinations aren't his style.
I suppose you're right. The Kedweni king seems to love a good war. Just take a look around. Perhaps that's his ruse. When the cheese goes missing from the larder, no one thinks of blaming the cat.
So, the battle was on. Terrible losses on the left flank. Almost broke our ranks. Their swords dropped their pikes and ran to the archers' corpses.
Did they start?
Listen, they picked up the bows and shot at the enemy. I tell you, each shot meant a dead man.
Ah, those were the serfs from Bywood.
Exactly.
Others like my mother.
Aye, there are.
You don't mind.
My Tris? There.
What about you?
I won't.
What's so strange about that? Other lands have slizzards, drowners, we have trolls.
And they don't trouble the locals?
Taking tolls of the dreaded foes.
None of that. We sit among the rocks.
Sunny days, sweeping the pants away.
We got our orders and got busy preparing to leave the village. She comes up to him and says, "What you promised me."
Just sure. Maybe. If that's what you're after.
How can you compare a whore's tits to Vess? I heard you had a bit of fun with Vess.
Did she tell you?
No. Is there anything to tell?
Ask her.
And did he come back?
Well, after 2 years.
But it was here yesterday.
Still looking for coins.
What else am I to do? This mist's driving me crazy.
Tournaments.
I'm here about the Rotfiend contract.
What about it?
The fiends have rotted for good.
Well done. We lost many patrols to them. Here's your reward.
Still looking for coins.
What else am I to do? This mist's driving me crazy.
So?
I'd like to...
Wanna play? You didn't stand. So?
I'd like to...
Wanna... You won. You want coin or something special?
I prefer something besides gold. I see you've got...
If that's your wish, I can offer you a number of armor designs.
I think I'll...
So? So? So?
One tankers, two tankers, three tankers, four. If you're feeling badly woozy, barf your guts up on the floor. Five tankers, six tankers, you look like a ghoul. Don't fall neath the table, tie your ass to the stool. 10 tankers onwards and your guts are like a stone. Can't even see your brick, it's time to head for home. The cotton calls at dawn's like, damn, he's bloody loud! Shut up, fall in! Suit up, attack,
fall in,
well down, get well plowed. One tanker, two tankers, three tankers, four. If you're feeling badly woozy, barf your guts upon the floor. Five tankers, six tankers, you look like a ghoul. Don't fall neath the table, tie your ass to the stool. 10 tankers onwards and your guts are like a stone. Can't even see your brick, it's time to head for home. The cock calls at dawn's like, damn, he's bloody loud! He's shut up, fall in! Suit up, fall in, well down, and get well plowed. One tanker, two tankers, three tankers, four. If you're feeling badly woozy, barf your guts upon the floor. Five tankers, six tankers, you look like a ghoul. Don't fall neath the table, tie your ass to the stool. 10 tankards onwards and your guts are like a stone. Can't even see your prick. It's time to head for home. The cock calls at dawn's light. Damn, he's bloody loud. He's shut up, fall in, suit up, fall in, well down, and get well plowed. One tanker, two tanker, three tankers, four. If you're feeling badly woozy, barb your guts upon the floor. 5 tankers, 6 tankers, you look like a ghoul. Don't fall neath the table, carry your ass to the stool. 10 tankers onwards and your guts are like a stone. Can't even see your prick. It's time to head for home. The cock calls at dawn's light. Damn, he's bloody loud. Shut up, fall in, attack, and get well down. Get well plowed.
You got a black cat.
One tanker, two tanker, three tankers, four. If you're feeling badly woozy, your guts upon the floor. 5 tankers, 6 tankers, you look like a ghoul. Don't fall neath the table, tie your ass to your stool. 10 tankers onwards and your guts are like a stone. Can't even see your prick. It's time to head for home. The cock calls at dawn's light. Damn, he's bloody loud. Shut up, fall in, attack, and get well plowed. Get well plowed.
How did you wind up here?
One tanker, two tanker, three tankers, four. If you're feeling badly woozy, barb your guts upon the floor. 5 tankers, 6 tankers, you look like a ghoul. Don't fall neath the table, tie your ass to the stool. 10 tankers onwards and your guts are like a stone. Can't even see your prick. It's time to head for home. The cock calls at dawn's light. Damn, he's bloody loud. Shut up, fall in, attack, and get well plowed. Get well plowed.
Greetings.
I'm ready.
I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian.
Pretty please.
What?
Salutations.
I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian. How did you wind up here?
1 tanker, 2 tankers, 3 tankers, 4. If you're feeling badly woozy, barb your guts upon the floor. 5 tankers, 6 tankers, you look like a ghoul. Don't fall neath the table, tie your ass to the stool. 10 tankers onwards and your guts are like a stone. Can't even see your prick. It's time to head for home. The cock calls at dawn's light. Damn, he's bloody loud. Shut up, fall in, attack, and get well plowed. Get well plowed. 1 tanker, 2 tanker, 3 tankers, 4. If you're feeling badly woozy, barb your guts upon the floor. 5 tankers, 6 tankers, you look like a ghoul. Don't fall neath the table, carry your ass to the stool. 10 tankers onwards and your guts are like a stone. Can't even see your prick. It's time to head for home. The cock calls at dawn's light. Damn, he's bloody loud. Shut up, fall in, attack, and get well plowed. Get well plowed.
with this cursed place. Bloody carved, square carved. When the prophet lived in the passage, they wanted to test him. They showed him a denarius and asked if they should render taxes. Have you managed to do anything with her?
The specters manifest themselves even when you're absent. They've burrowed deep into your subconscious. If I killed them now, they'd return.
If there's no other way...
Meet me at the beach, an hour before.
Nice work you did there.
Still looking for coins. What else am I to do? This mist's driving me crazy.
Well, it was here yesterday.
I'll not return to camp until we deal with those whores. I'll wait for you here.
Come on. No reason to keep the specters waiting.
You've finally returned, brother. Time to atone for your evil deeds. You shall surrender to us your soul.
Kiss my arse, Phantom. You'll not make me shit myself this time. Me and the Witcher will dispatch you where you belong.
Naive little maverick, made a fool of your entire life. Isn't that true, Geralt?
What are they talking about?
The specters say you're their brother, and you murdered them 3 years ago. What do you say?
How can you even ask? I'm a soldier, not a murderer!
Denying it is not enough. You need to prove your innocence, and I need to know the truth before I make my choice.
I never murdered anyone. I'm a soldier. I kill foes, not women.
I'll take your word over that of evil spirits. Now help me. Take that.
I'll not forget what you did for me.
I did it for coin.
Small price for peace of mind.
Don't you owe me an explanation? I want to hear the truth.
I was born by the very border. General van der Grift understood that I knew every blade of grass here. So he appointed me lead scout. We were based in my family's house.
This house?
One day I scouted beyond the river. When I returned, I found my father digging the graves behind the house.
What happened?
Honor was everything to him. He had brought us up, taught us principles, and then one day Adernian soldiers arrived and undid all that. Shamed his children. He could not stop himself. He swore he did not do it, but there was blood in his clothes. We fought. He fell from the cliff.
Why did the specters want your soul?
Maybe they've no tolerance for patricide.
Maybe. Now go back to camp and present proof of your valor. Take back your dignity.
What are you
staring at?
The elder and the recruiter. He was slaughtering pigs at the time, so he takes a pig's eye and puts it between his buttocks.
He does what?
Puts a pig's eye in his arse. The elder...
How are things, Vernon?
Quiet. Nothing to talk about, really. Like everybody else, I'm waiting to see how events unfold.
Why not stop waiting and try setting something in motion?
My people are combing the area for Letho, who seems to have vanished. There's nothing else I can do. What are you up to?
Busy as ever. I need to lift the fog of specters, reverse Sabrina's curse, and find out who's behind the plot to assassinate Henselt.
I never thought I'd see you so eager to help Henselt.
Coincidence. Our interests happen to have aligned.
What interest might you have in tracking down this plot?
I get the feeling it's all linked. If I can't get to the bottom of this plot, I'll be unable to lift the curse and never recover my past.
In any case, I wonder who's behind it.
Well, I know where the plotters meet. If you want to learn more, come with me.
That would be a grave error. A captain of the Temerian army shouldn't meddle in the domestic matters of another state.
I thought that's exactly what they pay you to do.
Sorry, Geralt. This time I truly cannot help.
And he's standing with his back...
Any idea what's happening on the other side of the Battle of Spectres?
Well, I expect not much has changed. A bunch of dwarves, elves, and peasants are trying to figure out how to save Edirne.
Saskia's an exceptional woman.
But just a woman, nonetheless. Besides, how would you know?
Just a hunch, and there's all the talk. Besides, to assemble an army of elves, dwarves, and humans who fight side by side, you pretty much have to be extraordinary.
You'll not persuade me some woman will defeat Henselt in battle.
You're forgetting one thing. Kedwen's just fighting for a better life. Edirne's fighting for life itself.
Motivation's important, I grant you. But it can't trump knowledge of the art of war. Temeria's my only concern. And I'll be glad to see Henselt's forces tied up here. That's a good thing.
Think he wouldn't stop after conquering Edirne? What if he quickly deals with Saskia and turns his army west?
It's possible, but I hope it won't come to that.
You need to be careful. Deathmold can't learn that you're holding a Kedweni spy.
He won't. Don't you worry, none.
Deathmold has an excellent net of his own spies.
That spy we caught at Loritos, Arnold. He's prancing around in the next world.
Did he spill anything interesting?
He was tough, but waterboarding can be incredibly effective. Eventually, he coughed up that Henselt was trying to bring the border towns to a boil.
Henselt's not stupid. He wouldn't want to wage war on two fronts.
That rat Lorito was supposed to stir unrest in Flotsam. Luckily, you rearranged his intestines with your blade.
You miss your old friend, Yorvith?
If the gods are kind, he'll yet fall into my hands. That said, I wonder what the scoundrel's up to.
What news of good old Flotsam?
Thanks to us, it still is good old Temerian Flotsam. If I hadn't sniffed out Lorito's treachery, a Kedweni garrison would be stationed there already. Constable John Natalis has appointed a new commandant to Flotsam. Let's hope he doesn't turn out to be another whore.
He spreads his cheeks. I can see that.
Did they take him?
Not a chance.
Yeah!
Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaard.
You'll be safe here. Over here, inside the candles. Quick! You'll be safe here. Over here, inside the candles. Quick! You'll be safe here. Over here, inside the candles. We're safe here. I awaited them. They were to come bearing gifts. I heard their cries. Guess they were attacked. If they're not here, they must be dead.
Neither of them survived, unfortunately.
You're a witcher. Hunting monsters is your daily bread. You couldn't help them. Is it because they were simple soldiers? What do you want from me? I'll not believe you came here by chance.
Yeah, you're right. I need to learn some things, and few are willing to talk. Sabrina Glevisig's story, that's what interests me most.
Listen, I'll not speak with you until I get my coin. Pure and simple. Though I do provide charitable help to the faithful, if you were to become one of them.
I've heard a lot of good things about you. All right, I'll become a follower.
Wonderful. Listen then, for I'll not say this twice. If your intentions are pure, you will do as I ask. Each convert must pass a test. You will spend the night at the old chapel near Sabrina's pupils.
Where?
Twin lakes I have named in her honor.
Is that all?
Before you kneel to meditate, you will drink the mixture I shall give you. You must then remember all that occurs. That's very important, as you'll need to recount it to me fully.
All right, I'll come back once I'm done.
Huh?
Who are you?
Our descendants will decide.
The valley's been engulfed by about...
It's a place of hope. If you want to soothe their pain.
I won't achieve anything without...
Faith. I don't know. Courage, hatred, and death. But I remember a knight who... Seltkirk of Gullet. Dem event.
Who were you before?
What does it matter? Look at the candlelight.
I can't hear a thing.
Then you're not ready. But you're...
Why do you need so many candles?
This is Sabrina's flame.
Did you rob...
I make the candles myself. I give them to...
So long. for this. Nobody needs to know about that one.
Huh? What other matters?
I did what you asked.
Tell me what you saw.
I saw the Battle of Vergen. Henselt's mercenaries swarmed the walls. The dead lay thick on the ground, but the Kedwenis broke through the defenses and drove into the town.
You lie. I don't know what you were hoping for, but we'll not talk about Sabrina unless you actually meditate.
I did what you asked.
Tell me what...
Sabrina Glevissig appeared to me. She walked across the waters of a lake, her airy robes and long black hair caressing the waves.
You lie. I don't know what you were hoping for, but we'll not talk about Sabrina unless you actually meditate.
I did what you...
Tell me what you...
You may think I'm as mad as you are, but in my vision I walked through a forest where the trees were huge mushrooms and a giant chicken walked between them, pecking at the underbrush.
You have no idea how happy I am. I've been having this vision of a giant hen among mammoth mushrooms for weeks. I thought I'd lost it, gone insane. Turns out my herbs must have gone off. I need to gather new ones, but that's my concern. Ask me what you will.
You must know a lot about Sabrina Glevissig's death.
Sabrina the Martyr left the world of the living to protect us all.
Did you hear about the curse Sabrina cast on the king?
Of course. A well-deserved punishment, a ghostly spell from her crimson lips. The king concocted a cruel fate for the sorceress, humiliated her, made her suffer the flames. Bound to a wheel and placed on the stake, she suffered in a way unimaginable to ordinary humans. But when the flame reached her maiden waist, not a single cry could be heard, only words foretelling King Henselt's imminent demise. Let a shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a braid of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales, turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate 1,000-year-old rules, prompting a just punishment. Sabrina suffered so badly that a merciful soldier ended her torment, thrusting his spear into her aching heart.
Why the candles? What's the difference between Sabrina and other mages burned at the stake?
Others were strong in life. Her power bloomed when death wrapped its steely arms around her. She took the soldier who ended her suffering under her kind care. He never had to fear walking alone in the dark again. Have you seen the area? It's full of beasts and monstrosities. Jahan, the merciful soldier, has walked in the blaze of our power ever since. No creature born of darkness can get close to him.
Now, tell me again what you know about...
What exact?
Any chance of finding that spear?
It was so long ago, Witcher. But I believe the spear went to another soldier. The bugger sells relics from Our Lady by the Camp Inn.
I know who you mean. So long.
Huh?
So long.
Not another fucking stone.
Still looking for coins?
What do you want, Witcher?
So long.
What else am I to do? This mist's driving me crazy.
I'm done with this cursed place. The bloody comet.
Tournament.
And that fucking fog.
I've no bloody idea who you
One
might
tankers,
think
two
I am.
tankers, three tankers, four. If you're feeling badly, woozy, have your guts up on the floor. 5 tankers, 6 tankers, you look like a ghoul. Don't fall neath the table, tie your arse to your stool. I'll kick your 10 tankers onwards and your guts are like a stone. Can't even see your brick. It's time to head for home. The cock calls at dawn's like, damn, he's bloody loud! Shut up, fall in, attack, and get well plowed! Get well plowed!
A super soldier saving, or what?
One tanker, two tankers, three tankers, four. If you're feeling badly woozy, bap your guts upon the floor. 5 tankers, 6 tankers, you look like a ghoul. Don't fall neath the table, tie your ass to the stool. 10 tankers onwards and your guts are like a stone. Can't even see your brick. It's time to... One tanker, two tankers, three tankers, four. If you're feeling badly woozy, bar your guts upon the floor. 5 tankers, 6 tankers, you look like a ghoul. Don't fall neath the table, tie your ass to the stool. 10 tankers onwards and your guts are like a stone. Can't even see your brick. It's time to head for home. The cock calls at dawn's like, damn, he's bloody loud! Shut up, fall in, attack, and get well plowed! Get well plowed! One tanker, two tankers, three tankers, four. If you're feeling badly woozy, bap your guts upon the floor. Ha! 5 tankers, 6 tankers, you look like a ghoul. Don't fall neath the table, tie your arse to... Ten tankers onwards and your guts are like a stone. Can't even see your brick. It's time to head for home.
I'm done with this cursed plague.
What do you want?
Can I talk to...
You're all right. I've heard you've been helping our lad, but be quick. If the corp...
The enemy have fled. Bloody fat gun. What do you want?
Information. You from Yorvith's unit?
I'm proud of it. Yorvith will avenge me.
Maybe. I'm responsible for you being captured.
I don't understand.
I warned Yorvith that the Kingslayer had betrayed him. Your leader's alive because of me.
You lie! You're not one of us.
Never claimed to be. I'm not interested in your fight, nor in that of the humans. I have my own goals. I'm hunting the Kingslayer and need information. Will you help me?
I'd rather not reveal anything to the Dwan. Do you know Elder speech? De Thurmen en Rendans hest. Ev de sale emes up de mevne slet.
Sea her.
En ted ver letho ken en stert dun ver neawert. Erte dreie eb Dwan. Seret en ox vad gern est. Denna Arthur neck wert. Visse ögen, erle ögen. Ken hat mer. Denna var emen dunv. Dag mammert.
Ken denna der med häst.
Denna ner serla vid de salla in esne geert. Vener senden ert el.
Äteame, ne segenir. Eller seran.
Mekian behented fen esent. Seret ner ura jasen het. Erteb orks garthe seget enith rothen kem hest. Te ern mothe diarm.
Berthain? Que diables, Berthain verderel.
Verseneth rothen de den diarm elis trea hen.
Begean me venetre.
En herd et kianje esme gethverth. Se
Mesim tre. Vekele.
Niame herth. Este verth.
Quintis.
Den kian velt emer dot.
Vafel.
Quen erle vat gerne hennelinge kren.
Nemesecht.
Oxen en seret est elle kren. Vel merth Gwynblade, vedden emeth Gwynblade. Say de step gatis en treth winnis. Vafel.
Ah! But what if she's truly an anointed virgin?
Ah, don't worry about it. The Witcher will take care of him.
I'm done with this cursed place. The bloody comet, square coins, and that tournament.
As long as they pay us, I'll sit it out.
We'll have to sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts. It won't just sit it out like hens on their eggs.
From Mandrake, Seaman, and Brimstone in the belly.
Spoken to the king yet?
Indeed, he was delighted to hear he can be cut from the curse.
Great, because I need the medallion of the priest known as Crest. I heard it's in Henselt's possession.
He'll give you nothing until you free him from the curse. Truthfully, I believe I understand him. You have a good chance of perishing when you confront the Droggers.
Give me a break, Deathmold. The two of you are just afraid I'll leave this entire mess in your hands.
Ah, that is something I do not fear at all, for I know exactly why you are here. As for the king, you may curse him and scold him and call him a fool if you wish, though it's not something I would advise.
Learn anything new about the curse?
The mage on the other side of the fog is also probing the battlefield. A sorceress.
How do you know?
You shall know them by the fruit of their spells. Magic differs with the brain type that generates it. The female mind is simply laid out differently.
It could be Triss.
No, Witcher, it's someone far more powerful.
Does the name Vincent Trott sound familiar?
A traitor. He did some damage in my... If you know where he's hiding, I've some issues I'd like to do.
I believe he has Selkirk's armor.
My investigation's at a dead end. I know...
Hold off a bit longer. If he escapes...
There's no way to do so. My people guard the ford, and I doubt...
I need magic powder to mark out the runes.
Are you aware that the formula requires powdered camphor resin?
I am.
Then you must also know that the resin is extremely valuable.
Get Henselt to pay you. I need the powder to do the exorcism, reverse the prophecy, and release him from the curse.
You should have said, I'll give you as much as you need.
Thanks, on the king's behalf.
I've one more thing you might find useful.
What's that?
You asked me for protective runes. I've done better. Take this grimoire, which details many. I believe there's even one for syphilis. I've marked my recommendations.
Thanks. Can you make anything out of these notes, sorcerer?
Where did you get them?
Unimportant.
And you've no notion what's in them?
Wouldn't be asking if I did.
They describe a very dangerous ritual. Practically pure necromancy. The sort that gets you burned at the stake.
Be specific. What kind of ritual?
One to summon the soul of an evil man. A man evil enough to wander the world after death.
Why would anyone want to deal?
The possible reasons are many. You'll always find people willing to sell their souls.
I thought necromancy would...
Oh, it is, but I'm an avid collector of manuscripts containing forbidden...
I think I'll keep it. Maybe I can become...
As such, she is an unnatural being. The enemy of men and gods.
The plotters. I know where they meet.
I knew I could...
Is that enough for you then?
One can tell a real man, not by how he begins.
What else do you want?
I shall give you 4 of my men who'll be near at hand and provide... Bring me one of the plotters alive. I have many questions.
Look at that, boys.
We'll have to sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts.
It won't just disappear.
Still looking for coins. What else am I to do?
I'm done with this cursed place. Bloody comet, square coins, and that barking bog.
As long as they pay us, I'll sit there.
Relics, artifacts.
I know you have the spear, Yahan.
I told you about that.
You know Yahan?
He despises me now. We were called up at the same time. We fought under head. Why did they send him to that ferocious battle? He cracked when they burned Sabrina. Then he went to the dogs. He pissed away all he had on...
I need that spear.
Tough luck, Witcher.
What happened to it?
Look how similar we are. You want knowledge?
How much?
What are your customary...
Tell me about her.
After all, business is... You see, when Yahan lost his head for Sabrina, I bought the spear. By then, Yahan had already hidden in the hills, where no one dares to... Beats me why the beasts don't attack him. A fisherman who supplied...
What did you do with the spear?
Sorry to say, I lost the spear to a soldier who later... He told me he'd used it to kill some Scoia'tael big shot. The most interesting thing is that big shot is still alive.
Yorvith.
You know him?
I'll tell you for 100 orens.
Bah!
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Sure I did. I was in the 5th cup. If only I...
You know
We were... Why did they send... He cracked when they burned... Anyway...
I found footprints at Sabrina's execution site. Do you know anything about that?
Why would I? You found them, not me.
Yet your boots are... Shh!
Oh.
Do you remember the sorceress Sabrina?
Same as all the others. Looked like a young nympho.
Do you remember the...
Same as all the others. Looked like a young nympho.
So long.
The plague